Kneel down, hands behind your head. The command cracked like a whip across Atlanta International Airport's echoing arrivals terminal. Officer Greg Nelson, tall and pale, had his hand hovering near his holster. In front of him, a 68-year-old black man, medium brown skin, wearing a crisp ceremonial uniform. His hands held a folded triangle flag, trembling. "You think that costume gives you a pass, old man?" Greg spat. "I'm here for my grandson," the man said quietly. "He's coming home." "Yeah? In a body bag?" Without warning, Greg shoved him to the ground. The flag slipped from his hands, hitting the polished floor. "Kneel, now, or I'll make you!" Phones came out, fingers pointed, but nobody moved. His name was Victor Hall, a retired command sergeant who'd served 4 combat tours. Today, he wasn't a soldier, just another black man being ordered to kneel. But the airport hadn't seen everything yet. Greg's voice cut through the silence. "He's impersonating military to skip shipping procedures. Happens more than you'd think." Victor didn't resist. He tried to speak. "My grandson, his remains." "Save it." Greg yanked his arms back. "We don't need stories. We need compliance." The handcuffs snapped. Victor fell to his knees. The marble bit into his aging bones. The flag crumpled beside him. A bruise was already blooming on his temple from the shove. Across the terminal, a little girl tugged her mother's sleeve. "Why's he hurting the soldier, Mommy?" Her mother whispered, "Don't look, keep walking." A flight attendant winced. A TSA agent stepped back. Silence folded over the crowd like plastic wrap. Victor looked up at the flag. His fingers twitched, but the cuffs held. He wasn't just in pain. He was back in a place no veteran should ever return to. Powerless and invisible. Then the airport speaker clicked alive. "Officer Greg Nelson, stand down. This is Colonel Blake. You are in direct violation of federal protocol." The speaker blared. Every head turned. A woman in full dress uniform strode through security like it wasn't even there. Medium height, commanding presence. Dark brown eyes that didn't blink. Her name tag read, Blake, U.S. Army. She marched straight toward Greg, voice calm, words razor sharp. "You just handcuffed retired Command Sergeant Victor Hall." She turned to the crowd. "He's received 3 Bronze Stars. He trained half the soldiers in this state." Greg's face drained. "Ma'am, he was being non-compliant." "He was grieving. You were being ignorant." Colonel Blake didn't shout. She reached down, unlocked the cuffs with her own key. The crowd erupted. A gate agent ran over with water. The child clapped. Even the TSA agent saluted. Victor didn't stand yet. He just looked at Blake and whispered, "You grew up." She nodded. "And I remember who taught me how to stand." The video hit the internet before Victor even left the terminal. By evening, it was everywhere. Black veteran handcuffed while receiving grandson's body. Outrage followed like wildfire. Greg Nelson was suspended pending federal investigation, but no public apology came from him. At a press conference held at Hartsfield-Jackson the next morning, Colonel Blake stood beside the police chief. "I will not speak for Officer Nelson," she said, "but I will speak for every soldier who ever returned home to silence or suspicion." Victor? He didn't show up for the cameras. Instead, he stood quietly beside a flag-draped coffin inside a private hangar. His hand gently placed the folded triangle back where it belonged, on his grandson's chest. Then, from his jacket pocket, he took out a note, written in pen, barely a sentence. Victor walked away from the hangar alone. No entourage, no press. Just the wind brushing his gray hair and the echo of boots no longer marching.
He paused beneath the terminal's faded U.S. flag, the same flag he once saluted as a young private and later commanded as a sergeant. Behind him, airport staff stood still, watching from the windows, some ashamed, some changed. Inside the terminal, the flag he dropped earlier had been quietly refolded by the same TSA agent who once stood frozen. Victor never asked for punishment, never raised his voice, but he had spoken louder than any siren, with dignity. And when a reporter caught up, shouting, "Mr. Hall, do you feel justice was served?" he didn't turn back, just raised a hand and said, "Justice doesn't kneel, it remembers." Thanks for watching this video. Victor Hall didn't fight with fists. He fought with memory, restraint, and presence. In a world quick to judge by skin, silence, or age, his story reminds us, true power lies in how we respond, not react. Racism may shout, but dignity never needs to. If Victor's story moved you, drop a comment below. Where are you watching from, and what would you have done if you were there? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this racist story so more people understand. Sometimes the strongest salute is silence.